Today the hearing is to deal with monetary policy and the debt ceiling and examining the relationship between the Federal Reserve and government debt. The government debt, the national debt now, is a big issue, mainly because the debt limit is once again been met, and the Congress has to go through the process of raising the debt limit. The question is whether or not monetary policy is in any way related to the debt increase. And some say that it is related, some say not so. The statistics are available to us to study that issue. But to me, it looks like there is a relationship. It seems like the Federal Reserve System provides a moral hazard in that as long as Congress knows that Treasury bills will be bought and interest rates will not be allowed to rise, therefore the Congress is more careless. If we had no monetization of debt, which would annoy a lot of people, I'm sure, and think the world would come to an end if that happened, the Congress would be self-regulated in many ways, because if we in the Congress spent excessively and we taxed excessively and borrowed excessively and we still didn't have enough money to keep interest rates reasonably low, interest rates would rise, and it would be Congress that would have to respond and not be bidding for so much capital out of the market, and therefore wouldn't be tempted to say, well, it really doesn't matter. We have embarked on a course that will lead us to such a consequence that will be much worse than not facing up to the fact that we just can't continue to do this constantly. There has to be some pressure put on the system that we can't depend on the creation of new money to accommodate the deficits that we come up to. Ultimately, this process gets up and runs up against a stone wall, and I think that's where we are today. The solution hardly seems to be that just more debt and depending on the Federal Reserve to come to our rescue while devaluing the currency, which means that many people that some of this deficit financing is supposed to help actually hurts them, because they're the ones who lose their jobs, and then they end up with the prices going up because of the debasement of the currency. So this deficit financing seems like it can't last forever. Now, in this last decade, which has been a decade of economic weakness, real income has not gone up. Good jobs have not been added to. They have been leaving our country because of our economic problems that we have. What we did was we had TARP funds and we had the Federal Reserve pump in trillions, and everybody said, see, we saved ourselves from a depression. Well, maybe Wall Street didn't get their depression, but the people got the depression. You know, they lost their jobs and they lost their houses. So I can't see how, ringing the alarm bells and doing it just because something terrible might happen, maybe doing it will make things worse. And I think what we're doing will eventually make it worse.